Hey guys, welcome back to another Virgo Girl recommendation. And today's recommendation is none other than Black Cake. Now, this movie, or no, not movie, series, was quite interesting. I must say it was refreshing because it was different from anything that I had watched recently. And it brought kind of a Caribbean vibe, of course, and that was a nice treat. What I really liked, what comes to mind right away, what sticks out in this movie is the tenacity of the main character and also what childhood trauma does to people, how it impacts generation after generation after generation. And I say this because in this series, the mother of the main character went through some things. And, as you guys know, I don't like to give a lot of spoilers because I'm recommending this and a lot of you have not seen it. So I'm going to start off by saying this. It is my opinion that the mother, who they didn't really dig super deep into her family, her past and things like that, they didn't really emphasize on that very much. So because they didn't do that, it kind of left room for you to kind of make up in your mind who this woman was, where she came from, and what was her deal. For me, I feel like the mother had some kind of past, a past that was kind of checkered, a past that was kind of like traumatizing, if you will. I think she kind of missed out on maybe the love she should have gotten as a child. And as you watch this, you'll see what I mean. I think there was something broken with the mother. It does kind of show the father's deal a little bit more, so you kind of can see like the results of the father being who he ended up being a little bit. But as far as the mother, I think that was so key because all of this whole thing about Black Cake, mother, the word mother, you'll be able to see that is the key term that kind of rings throughout the film of being such an important figure in, each individual's lives. Not taking anything from the fathers either, because the fathers are extremely important in the lives as well. But in this particular film, just kind of pay attention to the angle they use towards mothers. And when I say towards mothers, I'm talking about all of the mothers that are in this film. Just look how the events that occurred before them being born, through their childhood, et cetera, led to the events of the present time where they ended up. I'll say the one thing, I have nothing but positive to say about this movie. I keep saying movie. I do that all the time. I mean series. I love the series. It was so easy to watch. I just ran through it very fast, as fast as I could, that is, because I had to, complete the episodes. So there's only so much time I have to, actually watch the episodes in a day. But every spare moment I got, I watched it. There wasn't a dull moment. Each episode left me wanting more, and I couldn't wait to see what was going to happen. There are a lot of complicated characters in this series. Just a lot. Like the main character, her daughter, and there's just like a lot of complicated characters, okay? So even just saying her daughter, I was going to say something, but I feel like it'll be like a spoiler. So I'm going to just zip it on that. But everything is just, the characters in this movie are so complex. And I love that. They are so intense, and there's such a story behind each character, and it leads you to want to know more about this person, and their life and why are they the way they are, kind of thing. And it kind of all starts to make sense towards the end. But when you're watching it, you're kind of just like, what is going on here? And why is this person doing this way? So yeah, it's a lot of complicated parts, and a lot of moving parts as well. So this is the type of movie you really, series, you really have to sit down and watch and pay attention, because there are little clues everywhere, and you can't, it's just, if you miss 5 minutes, it's like you're gonna have to rewind because you're gonna get lost, because they keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. But it's really good. The thing that I really learned about this movie is everyone in life has a past that they're dealing with, and you can't always judge a book by its cover. Sometimes we have to give people grace when they deserve it. You know, we do have to give grace to some people because a lot of people are a product of their environment, and they are trying to do the best they can with what they have to work with. So I kind of like noticed that in life, we want people to be what we need them to be. And people can't always be that because they're dealing with things in their own life. You know, they're trying to be, they need someone to be there for them, you know. So a lot of times our expectations for what we need from people, they can't always give it, no matter how hard they try, kind of thing. Another thing I loved about this movie is it had an aspect of true love. It was such a beautiful, beautiful love story as well. That was another part of the movie. There is a lovely, lovely love story in here. And the love story itself, it just kind of, it's like, aw, you know, it's that little positive part of this series that you just need, because there's so much that's not positive, and there's so much that's just draining, you know, like, why, you know, like, so yeah, I love the fact that they added the love story in there, and that kind of kept you going to get through all the rocky parts of the, you know, the series. I thoroughly enjoyed it, guys. It was really amazing. This is the kind of series that I think that is kind of good to watch with someone, so you can kind of like ask questions, like bounce questions off of, you know, like the person, you know, like their thoughts on things. I think it's kind of good to watch kind of a group. I think it's kind of like a good group movie. And I'm about to do another video on another movie after this, and my sentiments are kind of the same. There are those movie series, etc., that you watch that you just need to bounce it off of someone. You just need someone there so you can say, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? So yeah, this is definitely one of those that is kind of, it'll be kind of fun to watch maybe with the family, like in a group setting, and just kind of bounce your ideas about the movie, you know, off on each other. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. This is my recommendation for today. It's going to be Black Cake. I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy it. I must say, you know, I have to be honest, I did not necessarily like the ending. The ending almost made it like, is there going to be a second season? You know, because I still have questions. I'm going to be honest. I still have some questions, a few questions. So it's either they could do one or two things. Oh, well, it's one or two things happening here. They're just leaving it up to you to kind of figure it out with everything else, with all the other information they gave you to kind of figure out how things go. Or maybe there will be a second season. I don't know. But I know this is based on a book, so it may be the end, but it just, I have a few more questions. That's all. Maybe I'll grab the book. Maybe the book will help me understand more, and I'll just read the book, and maybe that'll help me, because I saw, I was looking online, and I noticed that I saw the book was available, so maybe that's just what I need to do, purchase it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.